The verdict. Our verdict is that overturning abortion protections breaks the 14th Amendment's guarantee of liberty and due process. And in this presentation, we're going to be going over the background on this and how it violates the 14th Amendment to justify our verdict. The investigation. So back in 1973 was the Roe v. Wade case, in which the court ruled in a 7-2 decision that the U.S. Constitution protects a woman's right to choose to have an abortion. And the decision was based on a constitutional right to privacy, in which the court said is implied by the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. The court said states still had interest in protecting maternal health and potential fetal life, so some regulation was allowed, but the overall sentiment was that the 14th Amendment would protect abortion rights. In 2022, the Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health Organization overturned Roe v. Wade. This meant that the court ruled that the Constitution did not guarantee a right to abortion and returned authority over abortion laws to individual states and Congress. The argument for this was that the Constitution, specifically the 14th Amendment, did not explicitly mention abortion, and therefore abortion rights were not protected under the Constitution. Some critics believe that abortion policies should be decided by elected lawmakers and not federal courts. After the ruling, there was a change in how some states viewed abortion. For example, some states quickly banned or heavily restricted abortion. Other states expanded legal protections for abortion access. And throughout this all, legal battles continued through the country. Most of all, it raised questions about bodily autonomy and the future of abortion rights.
Different perspectives. On one side, state governments are trying to restrict and ban abortion access within their borders. On the other side, the FDA, a federal agency, is maintaining and protecting access to abortion pills via telehealth. Let's talk about the medication. Mifepristone is used alongside misoprostol for medication abortion. Approved by the FDA in 2000, it has been used safely by over 7 million Americans and has decades of global safety data. It is as safe as ibuprofen and safer than Viagra. Telehealth. Telehealth allows people to receive healthcare while being in a different physical location than their healthcare provider. This means that someone can either have abortion pills mailed to them or pick them up from a location. This brings us to Louisiana versus FDA. Louisiana sued to ban telehealth prescriptions nationwide, claiming mail-order delivery lacks sufficient oversight despite decades of safety data proving otherwise. While the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals tried to ban telehealth access immediately, the Supreme Court stepped in to block that restriction. Today, abortion law is a state-by-state issue. 14 states now have near total abortion bans. Other states allow abortion but restrict it, and many states protect abortion rights in state law or state constitutions. There are currently 14 states that nearly completely ban abortion. The Supreme Court is preserving access to abortion pills.
As of now, the Supreme Court temporarily kept nationwide access to mifepristone while the lawsuit continues. Pharmacies can still dispense the medication under FDA rules. Supporters of abortion rights argue that the 14th Amendment's protection of liberty includes personal decisions about pregnancy, family life, medical care, bodily autonomy. The Supreme Court interpreted the word liberty to include certain privacy rights. We give our constitutional grade an F. State abortion bans fail to uphold the 14th Amendment's guarantee of liberty. If states can eliminate abortion rights by claiming they're not written in the Constitution, then current rights are all at risk too. In conclusion, abortion rights should be protected under the 14th Amendment because it protects personal liberty and bodily autonomy from government control. Forcing someone to continue a pregnancy violates the liberty protected by the 14th Amendment. We would argue that state governments are overstepping their power over citizens.